I've been super blessed over the past couple of weeks. I have received so much support from you guys. So many new persons have joined our family, and I'm extremely grateful to you all. Now, I've been getting quite a few questions as to how I grow my peppers and take care of them to have them produce so well. I did share a video prior to now, and I am taking this opportunity to share it with you again. I did take out some of the content, so it might be a little different from the original video that I posted. Now, if you've already watched this video and you choose to watch something else at this moment, that is quite okay. But I need to provide this information for persons who are just joining us or persons who missed the video. All right, so this is all about peppers, how I take care of them, how I feed them, and how I prune to keep peppers growing all year round and produce well in my garden. Enjoy, guys, and thanks again. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Marie, and this is my beautiful container garden that I have right here. In this garden, believe it or not, we grow 99% of the vegetables that we eat and fruits. Since the start, it is now September, and since the start of the year, we've been to the market to buy fresh produce maybe once or twice for the year. So yes, in this garden, we grow most of our vegetables. At one point, I was asked, is it only peppers that you grew? Because the garden almost died totally. But I still had an abundance of peppers growing. And I'm going to share with you today how I keep my garden producing peppers all year round. And it doesn't matter where in the world that you live, you can achieve this too. It might not produce, but you can keep your pepper plant alive all year round. So let me show you exactly what's happening with my peppers and the tips and tricks I have growing peppers and growing them successfully to produce food for you and your family, friends, and maybe even your neighbors all year round. I try to grow a wide variety of peppers. We love peppers in our family. We love hot peppers. We love sweet peppers. We love mild peppers. All different variety of peppers we try to grow, and these are the newest additions to the garden in terms of peppers. These are piñata blend, and I'll show you a picture of what the package look like. It has red, yellow, and purple, and my oh my, did I pray that I got two of the rare colors, which are these are chili peppers, which are the purple and the yellow. And currently I am seeing where I got a purple. It's more difficult to tell if I got a yellow. I'll have to wait until they start ripening. But hope with me, guys. So yes, these are one of my newest additions. Well, several of my newest additions. And to keep them healthy like this, I'm going to show you what I feed my plants. But most importantly, I keep them mulched in order for them to look this green and beautiful and producing all the time, guys. My peppers are always producing. I give away peppers more than anything else in the garden, and they just keeps on giving. And they're looking so, so beautiful. And as I said, I grow a variety of peppers, sweet peppers, and mild peppers, mid-range peppers. So let me show you some more of what we grow, and then I'll take you and show you what I feed my plants and how I take care of them in order for them to keep coming back and keep producing, so you can do it too. These are already producing. I'm so hoping this is yellow. Right next to my piñata blends, I have a chocolate habanero pepper. I call it Scotch bonnet because the flavor is so similar to the yellow Scotch bonnet, the real Jamaican Scotch bonnet that we have growing. The flavor is similar, but nowhere close, believe me. But they are really, really nice and extremely hot. These are delicious in pickles. We enjoy peppers in pickles for fish and stuff like that. And this one is really, really nice in pickles. And so I have quite a few of those growing in the garden, and it's doing so awesome. We harvested this yesterday. Let's move on, guys. Another pepper that produces so well in my garden are bell peppers, and these are the newest plants that I have growing, and already they're starting to produce lovely fruits on them. So pretty soon we'll have tons of bell peppers at this section of the garden where I'm about to take you. There are so many producing up there right now that I wanted to have some producing down here as well. And this is one of our favorite sweet peppers in the garden. And so bell peppers need attention, guys. I'm going to get to pruning soon. I can't prune these young ones, obviously. So as soon as I get to the older plants, I'm going to prune one to show you how I prune them, because if you don't, the plant will literally die on you, when in fact it can produce for years. I've had a bell pepper plant that produced for almost 3 years, and my husband was like, I thought bell pepper was a one crop plant until I saw you growing them. And so, yes, they can produce for a very long time if you prune them and prune them back properly whenever a crop is done. So I'll show you that shortly. But yes, we love to grow peppers, and peppers will produce for you if you take care of them. And let me take it back here and show you another one that is kind of new to my garden. This is a poblano pepper, and initially, guys, when I bought this packet, I think I bought it at Walmart. It said hot pepper. This is not even a mild pepper, it is a sweet pepper, and this is what the fruit looked like. And I thought it was going to ripen. The stink bugs love your pepper plant. I thought they were going to ripen to a very deep green, but they ripen to a bright red. Now this plant, hurricane, what was the hurricane? That hurricane that passed, I will remember before the end. Was it Beryl? I think so. That hurricane pruned my pepper plant for me right here. And that just goes to show how far back you can prune your plants to, and they will come back even better. Because this plant was just loaded with peppers the other day, and I harvested them off. And this one will be pruned soon as the fruits are done up top. Then I'll prune this one. But I have pepper plants that has no pepper that I can prune for you this morning, so I'll wait for that. And this is planted in a, you always ask me the size containers. This is in a 2-gallon container, but had I known that this pepper plant was so big, I would have put it in a 5-gallon bucket or so, because they get really droopy really easy, because the water content in the container is not enough to supply such a big plant throughout a very hot day. So had I known that this plant would be so big, I wouldn't have planted it in a small container like this. And I would have planted it in a more clay soil rather than the sandy soil that it is in. So we learn as we grow. And as I learn, I'll share that with you as well. So the poblano peppers, if you're going to plant them in containers, plant them in a really big alpha drum or a really big container, as this one is too small for it. But it is still producing, and I'm still grateful. Right in the middle of the broccolis that you're looking at right here, I have a Scotch bonnet pepper. This is one of our favorite to grow. The thing is, I presently am just hoping it is the yellow, because my peppers are planted so closely in the garden, they cross-pollinate every time. And so when I plant peppers, I get something totally different from what I actually plant. So, but it will be one of either the red, the yellow, or the brown peppers. So it's growing in here, and as soon as the broccolis are out, we're hoping these produce, and then I'll have a lovely pepper plant right next to my walkway. I have one over here that is producing. Let me show you. This right here is a Scotch bonnet. This is our favorite one. The flavor on this one is extraordinary. If you know a Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper, then you know there is no pepper to compare with hot pepper, to compare with the flavor that this pepper has, especially to cook your soups. And you're ready, baby. Steve is getting ready to leave. Especially to cook your soups, your rice and peas, and your stews. The whole green pepper, absolutely delicious in all of those dishes. And so it is important for me to prune and keep them alive. We have one in the garden now that is more than a year old because Steve takes care of that pepper plant. He prunes it, he mulches it, he fertilizes it, and so it has been going and it is not letting up. It has no signs of dying anytime soon. And that's due to the fact that we prune it often in order to keep it in the garden for a very long time. Most persons are of the, well, a lot of persons, I'm not going to say most because I don't have statistics, but a lot of persons think of um pepper as a short-term crop. No, it's a perennial. It can last for years and years. It doesn't die back in tropical countries like ours and then springs in the spring, but it might do that in countries where you have to overwinter it and put it inside. But you can and do it successfully. And if you have a window or a glass area of your home that you can keep it to continuously get sunlight, not necessarily sun, but just the light from the day, it will remain alive. It might not produce fruits, but it will remain alive until spring and you're able to take it back outside for it to start producing fruits again for you. But yes, this is one of our favorites. And as soon I'm going to show you what this pepper plant looked like a couple days ago. And and so you can appreciate how well this plant has been doing. As soon as these peppers are ripened, I'll prune this plant back, fertilize, and it will go again. These are new growths on the plant, and if you look, they're producing like crazy already. And that is one of the reasons why I enjoy planting peppers. They're so resilient. But whiteflies and aphids love your pepper plants, so look out for that as well. So guys, coming out here this morning, this was the pepper plant I had in mind to prune for you. And I'm going to take you closer to show you. I am hoping there's another one that I can prune because this one, there's no way I can prune it at the minute based on how it is producing. I'm going to show you what is happening here. I'm not going to touch this one. Neither can I touch those. So I'm going to have to find another plant to prune to show you exactly how I prune these pepper plants. This one is producing like crazy now. I can't prune this one. So guys, one of the things that I use, well, my main fertilizer after chicken manure, rabbit, all of the animal manures, when
guys, don't put your nose anywhere in there. All right?
God, it is horrible.
This, all right, let
This
me
is
explain what this is.
Yeah.
This is
Go
the
ahead.
banana tea.
Only mine nasty up your clothes.
Can you see what's happening in there? So this is one of those big jugs.
You put it down that now, baby.
Lift it over, show them. Lift over the top. The top.
Okay, so it is.
Good.
Oh,
all right, close it back now. Close it back.
It smell. Put it down. Guys, it is pungent, but after all of the fertilizing with the animal manures, we need fruits on the plants will be big and bushy and green and even blossom. Baby, I think something fell off the thing in here. Come closer. And even blossom, they will even blossom, but then you realize that your blossoms are falling.
See me when I'm
because
so close.
Come back here. Come on, right here.
You know me tall.
Can you see him now, guys? Can you see him now?
That's better.
That's better. Okay. So I was saying you'll even see blossoms coming on your beautiful green pepper plants, but they're not fruiting. The blossoms are falling off, and that's due to the fact that peppers and other fruiting vegetables need a lot of potassium in order to produce those lovely fruits that you need to enjoy. And that's where the banana peel comes in. And banana tea, explain exactly how you make it.
So we got some bananas from Grandpa. Grandpa took some bananas from country. However, some of them stayed and they ripen and overripe. So when it's overripe, it starts to rot. So what I did, I got a container. I put it in the container. No, I pour some water in the container first, and then I put it in, and I just use my hands because it's ripe, getting rot, very soft. I just and rub it out and rub it right out so it becomes a tea. So even if I had the stomach, I could have had that tea.
Not a blouse and
skirt. At the time, not now, but we just rub it, rub it right out, rub out
And
all of the
allow it to
banana,
just sit
yeah,
for
and
a
the
few
skin,
days.
banana skin, everything. We just rub it out in it and
But guys,
allow it.
if you won't do that, as I am not doing that, if you don't like that sort of thing, just
Nothing is wrong with that.
cut up your banana peel, cut up your ripe bananas, put the water on it, and allow it to stay there for a couple of days. Use something and stir it, strain it off, and use that to water your pepper plants.
Yeah.
And that, before you know it, in a couple of days, you'll see the
See the
fruit
fruit
start
starts.
developing on your peppers.
Treat the plant
That
start to
is,
produce and
yeah,
pull the fruit and bring it to maturity.
right. All right. So before I wrap, let me prune a plant while he gets a baby ready, and so we can wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining me, sweetie.
And
Appreciate it.
and thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you.
All
So
right.
bye guys. Later.
I'm here tell bye, 'cause you stick
No,
with me.
then
Oh, bye. All right, guys, let's move on. So we can prune on. Where's my pruner? Prune one of those peppers and show you exactly how to do it, and have your pepper producing all year round. Guys, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm going to find a pepper plant that I can prune for you this morning. Because this one, I'd harvested all of the peppers off of it, and it is absolutely loaded with young one and buds now. So I can't prune that one. I can't prune this one. And so I have to move on to another. That's how well my peppers are doing with just that fertilizer, guys. And I don't have store-bought soil, so there is nothing special in my soil. It's just incredible, and you can do it too. Just give it a shot. While you're in there playing with the baby when you feel bathe him, this is another challenge that I'm having with my peppers right here. This one I'm really going to have to prune. Guys, I know you said don't touch the pepper plant with the white flies and touch other plants, but I can't help but pick up the leaves when I pass by um the pepper plants, because these white flies, guys, it's so annoying. And I'm seeing tons of ants on there, so that means there might be aphids too, even though the ants carry the white flies as well. This pepper plant is doing so awesome, guys. Look at that. But this one is going to be heavily pruned as soon as I harvest these peppers. Guys, this is another of the poblano peppers. This plant is huge, and this is in a 4-gallon container. I really did not know that the plants got this big, because I didn't do much research on it. I just went to the store and I saw the peppers and they were so pretty. And I decided I want to try that pepper, not doing any research to see how big these plants actually got. I watched a video the other day with a gardener. His plant was taller than he was. This isn't as tall as I am. It is on a stand, but it is close to my height, and it is producing like crazy. So many fruits on it. So good. Check this one out. This right here is another of my bell pepper plant, and guys, I try so many things to get rid of pests organically. So what I did was to spray this one with soapy water, just a little bit, to get rid of the pest. And I lost all of the leaves. So I only had peppers on the plant. But now it is springing back. I'm not sure if you can see those baby leaves. And the baby leaves are coming back with fruits. So there are lots of buds on there. But I'm seeing ants. So I know there are pests still pesting my pepper plant. This one definitely cannot be pruned, guys, because it is absolutely loaded with peppers. But this is just showing you how resilient peppers are. They will spring back. It had no leaves on it after I sprayed it with just a little soap water solution. I'm terrified of using anything on my plant, so usually I try to kill the pest with my fingers, or just remove that part of the affected plant and toss it out. That pepper is loaded with buds too. That cannot be pruned either. All right, seems as though we find one here that we can prune. This one is not looking too good at all. This one produced a ton of peppers, I'm not sure if something is happening under the root of the plant because it has a lot of buds on it. The rain has been falling, so I know it's not lacking in water. So the plant probably will die, and it probably won't, because chances are something is under the soil affecting the root. But I'm going to prune it and see what happens, because sometimes the plant bounces back. Hopefully it's not, and that way the plant will come back nicely. And so I can show you what after plant pruning your sick plant looks like when it's all sprung back to life. Let me take you in closer so you can see exactly how heavily I prune my bell peppers. You might feel a little sorry for the plant, but the plant will be happy for it. All right, so this is my sick pepper plant. What I look for is I want to leave 2 healthy branches after pruning back everything. And so I look for the joint or the intersection or the V where I'm seeing the 2 healthiest branches, and then I prune away everything else. Take off these lower ones. And guys, when I toss the leaves to the back, they're going over a cliff. They're not falling in the garden. So the affected leaves aren't falling. There is a joint right here. The branch will spring right where the joint. Oh, there's a ladybug. I don't want to get rid of you. Oh, good. I don't want to cut below the joint because that's where the branch is going to grow from, right at the joint. So I remove a bit above the joint. Right here is where the branches, the new branches are going to regrow. And then I remove these ones as well. Right past the joint where it's going to spring back new growth. And take off all of the leaves so the plant is forced to produce brand new leaves to feed it. Because without leaves, the plant won't be able to collect energy from the sun. And that's how plants make their food, by collecting energy from the sun. What plants need mostly is light, water, light and water to produce. And of course, the soil facilitates the water on the roots. So they need light from the sun and they need water in order for them to grow and produce. This branch has on a few peppers, so I'm going to leave that branch on for those to ripen up. But I'm taking off all of the leaves. All of the leaves. If it's a young plant, you don't remove the leaves. But for a plant like this that has been producing for a while, I remove all of the leaves and just leave these 2 branches. And that's where the new growth will come, from these 2. They will come here as well, but I'll pick them off. I might not, depending on how healthy the plant looks. But that is how I prune my peppers, bell peppers or any other pepper, and have them produce several crops for me. This spinach is going like crazy. Oh, this is another piñata blend right here. And this is the purple as well. Well, I think it might be. Here is another also doing absolutely beautiful. They look like cayenne pepper, and cayenne peppers are one of my favorite peppers to grow in the garden as well. Not just for the lovely hot flavor, but also for the medicinal purposes. It is absolutely fantastic for your blood and your blood health. I will get into details in another video as it relates to the health benefits of cayenne pepper. But yeah, that's one of my favorite peppers to grow. Now I'm looking forward to trying out these new chilies that I'm growing. I can't wait to see what they taste like and what I can use them to make. They're doing awesome. Okay guys, so what do we take away from this video? In order for you to have your peppers growing and producing well all year round, doesn't matter where you are, as I said earlier, the production of your peppers might go down depending on where you live and if it gets too cold, because it's a warm weather crop, but you can keep your pepper plant alive right throughout winter and have it producing again for the rest of the year. So what you take away from this, guys, is in order to keep them producing is you provide them with proper mulching and fertilizer. I provide mine with organic fertilizers chicken manures. I put worm casting from the woods on them to mulch their roots. And also, as soon as they start producing flowers, I start feeding them with our banana tea made at home. Happily, I have Steve who makes it for me. So, but you can do it for yourself. If you want pepper plant, you just need a little jar with your banana tea. Pour a little on your um the root of your plants in the mornings or once per week, and feed your pepper plant in order for them to produce. Prune them once they're done producing. Remove leaves that branches that already produce peppers for new growth to start coming on your plant. And this is not expert advice. I've not read this in any book. This is my personal experience in my garden that I'm sharing with you, that I think might be able to help someone. If you have any other questions, write them down. When I go live, you ask me your questions. All right. You can go ahead and ask in the comments as well, but I'll expound on those questions whenever I go live again, hopefully. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for welcoming us in your homes, on your phones, on your TVs, your tablets. Thank you guys. Thank you to my members. Special thank you to you guys for the contribution. For those of you who offered me super thanks and super chats, uh, guys, I thank you so much for your contribution to this channel. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.